This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. And he'll get in! Touchdown, Buffalo! Zach Moss, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Patriots 14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gregory Rousseau in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Take 4, take 4.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
58, right over there, yeah, Mike, 58, right there. Let's get that ball, D, let's get that ball.
They'll try and throw for it here. Forced out to his left. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
You don't want no problem. Matthew Judon there at the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely That was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Jones on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Jones. Complete. Smith has it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That's Samuel, caught left side. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that challenge, a successful one. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push,
And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Check down to Breida. Room here to run. Powers and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
49 to Mike, 49. What we got? Mike's 49. Mike.
Now Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Gregory Rousseau
able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Jones winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there for the Patriots. They go play action here on first down.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he's got this down to the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Don't get nervous. Hey, watch it.
Jones now on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Jones. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them, and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Jones.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And to give this time to the tailback. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw. Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he goes out right around the 39. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all.